Yeah, I'm always very happy to receive a reward, and I'm extremely happy that we receive a reward tonight from Concurrences, the Antitrust Writing Award. It's about mergers, in fact. We talk a lot about the digital economy, and legislation around the world has been creating new laws and new rules, but most of them are with regard to abuse control. We all know about the characteristics of the digital economy. We know about network effects. We know about data-driven businesses. We know about economies of scale and scope. We know all this, and this has driven to the fact that the legislators around the world have said, well, we need legislation to make abuse control proceedings faster. So what you have seen is new legislation on abuse with regard to the DMA at the European level, with regard to Section 19A at the German level. But our question is, what about mergers? And this is why we discussed this question with a group of academics in Germany, a large group. And for these meetings that we have once a year, we produce a paper. And that is the paper that has won the award tonight. That is a paper on should we improve merger control, especially with regard to digital markets and the digital economy. So the question that we ask in this paper are exactly around, do we have the framework that we need? For example, with regard to potential competition. Do we have the framework that we need, for example, with regard to conglomerate mergers? Do we have the framework with regard to innovation? All these kind of questions. And what happens if it comes to new theories of harm with regard to ecosystems? Do we still have the laws that catch the impediment to competition if we strengthen an ecosystem? You do not find that in any law. So this is the questions that we put on the table, the suggestions that we make. We think about if we should have a more realistic approach to, do we really have an impediment of competition? Is it maybe sufficient that we have some kind of probability that competition is harmed? We ask the question if, well, maybe we need a new criteria in Germany, strengthening an ecosystem as a criteria for prohibiting a merger. That's another question that we put on the table. And we talk about presumptions. We talk about new levels of proof that we should discuss in the future. So this paper, it shows up options, what we could do in order to improve merger assessment in the future, because we believe we need very stringent merger assessment, especially with regard to digital markets, because we know in which way abuse proceedings, even with Section 19A or the DMA, are covered with legal and economic obstacles. So many thanks for the award.